Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is your weekend. Thanks, Valentine. This is your weekend tarot reading for, I think it's the 18th and the 19th of August, 2018. What do you think, Valentine? She says, I think I'll just settle down. So this is brought to you by the lovely Valentine, who has just come in, haven't you, sweetheart? Yes, it's quite good actually. I can still do the reading with you there, gorgeous. Yes, I can. The tarot table has now become an extremely popular place for both cats to sleep. Valentine manages it in between the cards and Leia just kicks them all over the floor. Most days I come in and Chuck Spezzano's love cards are all over the floor. Is that a sign, Valentine, do you think? I wonder. Okay. Oh, sweetheart. See if I can tip the camera down. This is very technical for me, people, okay? Very, very technical for me. Oh. Say hello, Valentine. Oh. Hello, Valentine. Right, okay. See if I can reset it. As you know, camera angles are not exactly my strong point. Right, I'm using Tarot of the Old Path, I think it's called. Yes, here it is. In the really taped together box. Really like this tarot actually. Really nice. And we've been having some really nice vibes recently and I've been really liking them too. And it does feel a bit different to me. The energy does actually definitely feels a little bit more resolute. A little bit, I think as we're moving towards Virgo, it does feel a little bit more golden. You know, that kind of harvesty, mellow, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Until I saw you, that is. Okay. Ooh. I'm trying to tuck the cards in under Valentine. Who careth not, don't you, sweetie? You careth not. I want that one. Of course I do. Okay. We've been talking about, for the last few days, new opportunities coming in and also things coming to a close at the same time. You know, it is the old chestnut. When one door closes, another one opens, or people who've gone for the slightly watered down, when God closes a door, he opens a window. I quite like that one. And there's definitely that in here. For some people, there's still a struggle with holding on to something, which is inevitable when you are in these retrograde messy times. And they are retrograde messy times. Back and forth, and also just as humans, you know, how many people just think to themselves, well, I think I need to let go of that. There you go, I let go of it and I won't look back. Who actually does that, you know? If you do, then you're very lucky and rare, I think. Much more likely that you're going to be saying, well, puff myself up, I'm going to let go of that, and then you're kind of going to go, no I'm not, I'm going to keep just that little bit, or am I going to let go of that, or what about if this happens, or and there's some of that. I think it's called prevaricating. He popped out, King of Swords. Often it represents Aquarius. It is a kind of air sign card, but it's a force to be reckoned with, whether that's a person or someone at work or a job you don't like. Do you remember we were talking about this yesterday? That sword, when it's in the upright, sometimes the kind of catch to this with the King of Swords is that although he may be delivering something bluntly, quite often it's got truth in it. And that makes us hate him even more. However, listen for a message within something you don't want to hear. Okay? We've got death reversed. That's a resistance. In this one it's called the close. I quite like that. I like the card as well. I like the imagery. And there's wisdom. There's an owl, you know. Something is definitely needing to end. Something is a blunt truth. It's like being accosted by someone like the King of Swords, where they just go, and another thing, blurt, and you just go, whoa, okay, that resonates, so I hate you, you know, that kind of energy. And then next to it, the good old Eight of Cups, Saturn in Pisces, the need to walk away from something once loved, something with a history, something with historical love. Something that was dear to you, but at the same time, probably didn't do you a lot of good. And then here, the Five of Wands. What I call my jiggery pokery card. Fives are unbalancing, they are upsetting cards, and I don't mean upsetting as in emotionally upsetting. I mean they're here to disrupt the rather secure order of the four, because it's very rare in life, as it keeps evolving, it keeps changing, that we can just get to the four, like the Four of Wands, or the Four of Swords with our like Four of Swords. I think I will just stay here forever. The Five comes in and goes pew. And of course the Six is dynamic and much more positive, but you can't really get to the Six until you've experienced the Five. This is warring factions. You can see here, you know, there is a jester, a rich man, a queen and a page. You know, you may not have a jester and a rich man and a queen and a page, although you might. Valentine's ears are twitching. It's a group of people in your life. It could be family, it could be work, very much so. It could be a small group of friends or someone surrounding a relationship. It could even be a relationship, like the internal kind of warring factions of your own relationship with somebody else. My thought is that this process is ongoing anyway, that this is happening, because it keeps coming up in the same kind of message. My other idea as well is that there is something very good behind it. In the middle of the reading, the lovely Wheel of Fortune in the upright. And I think the message really is nice, that card. Because if you see here, that's on the jester at the bottom, who was warring in the Five of Wands. I think the message with this is, you know, that wheel wants to turn, and it wants to turn in our favour. But at the same time, I don't think it will if we're holding it back with death in the reverse and fighting against ourselves, essentially. And actually, much as this man gives me the miffs, whatever they are, I just made that up. He miffs me. I do feel miffed when he appears, and he appears a lot. He is in the upright, and I do get the feeling he is delivering a true message. Oh, good. I love it when the King of Swords comes in and delivers a true message. Ooh. So, the Oracle cards just chose themselves. Didn't they, Val? It's funny having you here for the reading. Yes, it is. Oh, great. I love this card. Milk and honey. Exactly what we've been talking about. And rainbows, which have been popping up all over the shop recently. And a baby elephant. I mean, come on. Nod to Joanna for that one. And a change in the wind. I love change in the wind, actually. I see this as a really positive card. And I just feel like there is. There is a change in the wind. It's difficult as a water sign, and I'm like a zillion water or whatever. It's difficult to see things in terms of air, in terms of wind. So sort of see things in terms of water, but, ooh, hello. But it is a change in the wind. That's the most traditional way of putting it, isn't it? I always think of it as well as, thanks Val, have a good old scratch girl, go on. I always think of it as blowing off the zebra's stripes. Do you, Val? Do you think of it as that? Yes. Valentine is a guard cat. She likes to stand at windows. you can see and just check things out. Let's have a Healing with the Angels Oracle card. Do you want a Healing with the Angels Oracle card, Valentine? Just like there's something out there. It could be the postman. I'll sort him out. Yes. I don't know where I'm going to fit this in. Retreat. Oh, is that nice? Retreat. Some of this takes some doing, I'm not going to lie, you know. Some of this is awkward and difficult and painful and necessary, enlightening, and all the things that you would expect after you've just been through 3 eclipses and about a zillion retrogrades, okay, and are still going through those retrogrades. Talk about digging deep, okay? Recently there's been a need to dig very, very deep. And I think we're all doing really well because, you know, we live in pretty crazy times. I don't think you want to know what's going on down there. I don't want to know. We live in pretty crazy times, people. And yeah, I think each and every one of us is doing really well. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it's working out for you. Let me know if you can feel it mellowing as well, because I can. And to be honest, I'm relieved and yet at the same time really quite tired, but in a quite nice, mellow, tired way. Okay, that is your weekend reading. Do check out my other readings and I'll see you soon. Namaste.